Well, so the appointment of Joseph Whittal as the Commissioner of CHRJ has received mixed reactions from the general public. Some say the timing for his appointment is questionable and must be reviewed. Well, in the heat of all these, some were calling for the full disclosure of the inquiry reports on former CHRJ boss, Madame Laureta Lamptey. Anti-corruption group Citizens Movement Against Corruption is one of the groups asking similar questions. We've been joined in the studio by a leading member of the group, George Anti. He joins me right now for some discussion on this matter. George, good to have you in the studio.
Good
Thanks
to
for your
be
time.
Here,
Great. So you're raising questions about this whole appointment, and you want full disclosure on the reports on Madame Laureta Lamptey. Why this?
Well, thank you, Pa, and also good afternoon to your viewers. Let me make a quick correction before we move forward.
Sure,
the name of the group is Citizen Ghana Movement.
Okay.
Now, we already find it quite questionable that the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, is rushing to fill vacancies that have been there for quite some time, when he knows that he has barely some 2 weeks or so to hand over power. But moving from that, we also know that...
There's something unconstitutional about that.
No, I mean, there is no law that says that when an election is when results are declared and the sitting president has lost, he ceases to be the sitting president. The law is that he ceases to be president at the point where he has handed over power. And that hasn't happened yet. So nobody is questioning the legitimacy of the president. No. But what we are saying is, in 2009, we were here when people complained during this transition period that His Excellency Kufuor had done certain things that they felt had to be, let's say the brakes had to be put on those things for the incoming government to be the ones to take those steps. But we didn't see that happen. When it happened, then the NDC complained. And this time around, we are seeing the exact same thing from the very people who were, raising hue and cry.
So what, you think that the president should have taken this action in the first place?
I think that we should set the right precedent and stick to it.
Great. You're also calling for full disclosure of the CHRJ report on the former boss, Laureta Lamptey?
Yes, I mean, it has
Why at this time?
It has been quite a while since the inquiry was completed. We know that as a result of the findings, she was removed. But what are those findings? Do they require that she should be prosecuted? What steps have been taken since the inquiry was done with? Those are some questions that we are asking now, because you would remember that when Mr. Whittal was confirmed as the CHRJ boss, some people, started raising questions as to whether this was supposed to be some sort of reward given to him for one role or the other that he may or may not have played concerning the inquiry into the Ford gift. So there are lingering questions, and the best way to deal with speculation and misinformation and all of that is to be transparent. So
you are a pressure group. What are you going to do beyond just making this point?
Well, Parkway, we believe that the courts are there for a purpose. And if we decide to pursue this matter in court, this won't be the first. So the right thing should be done. They should let us know what exactly happened with Madame Laureta Lamptey.
If that doesn't happen before the expiration of this government, are you likely to impress on the new government to release that report to you?
Well, Parkway, government is a continuum. So if we request for information and we don't get from those who are in power now, well, next 2 weeks we would have different people, and government will still be there, so they would give us the
Thanks very much, George.
information
A big thank you to you. Thanks very much for joining us in the studio.